Okay, I've sat down to really think about Nigeria, think about Africa, and thought deeply about the black race. And my conclusion is that Nigeria will be great one day, Africa will be great one day, and black people will be great one day, but it will not be in our time. It might sound very harsh, but that is the reality, and that is my perspective. If you look at the whole issue with the black race, with Africa, and with Nigeria in particular, you will also see from my perspective. Because as it is now, there is no hope. Nothing is moving. Nothing is moving forward. Everything is just stagnant, or not even stagnant, retrogressing, going backward. So when you look at all this, you will agree with me, and you agree with me on this perspective that indeed Africa will be great one day, Nigeria will be great one day, but it's not going to be in our time. Maybe our children. Maybe our children. Most of the problems the black man or Africa, Nigeria, because the reason why I'm calling Nigeria to be specific is because the day Nigeria becomes great, the whole Africa will be great. That is the fact. The day Nigeria is liberated, that's the day the whole of Africa will be liberated. So I always use Nigeria as the first reference when I'm talking about the black race, because Nigeria is the powerhouse of Africa. Most of the problems the black man, Africa, or Nigeria, most of the problem we have has to do with our ignorance. Do you know that the ignorance of the black race has created billions of dollars, billions of dollar businesses for other races? The ignorance of the black race, a black man, has created billion-dollar businesses for other races. Okay, I will not talk about 4 ways the black ignorance has generated multi-million or billion-dollar economy for other races or other countries. You know, we have this colonial mindset that everything foreign from the colonial master is the best, is more superior than anything that has to do with black people. Okay, let's go. Number 1 is education. Education is number 1 way we are contributing, we are generating billions and billions of dollar businesses for other races or other countries. I was reading the official figures from the United Kingdom. UK revenue from international students, from revenue from education, the figure was 27.9 billion pounds. That is a lot of money. And if you look at most of these international students, most of them, by 80%, are black, and almost 70% of them are from Nigeria. You see the money we are contributing to other people's economy because of our ignorance, black people's ignorance. What is wrong with revamping our educational system? It's not rocket science. Our educational system can be as even better than what we have here. It can be. But we have this colonial mindset that everything foreign is the best. Everything foreign. Anyway, that is the reality in terms of education. You cannot compare the standard. The colonial master, they've helped us, devalue our educational system. And corruption is the major issue with our educational system. Corruption. And the help of a colonial master. So we have this mindset that everything foreign is the best. There is nothing wrong with we revamping our educational system. There's nothing wrong with it. We can do it. We have the brightest people. Why is it that when we leave Nigeria or when we leave Africa, most of us are the best in our field? In other countries, we are the best. But when we go back home, when we go back to Nigeria, we can't do anything. It's because of the system, the structure, and the foundation. The foundation is so corrupt. You can't do anything. You can't perform. Our educational system can be as great as the ones we have in these Western countries. There is no need paying a lot of money. Look at how much international students contributed to the UK economy. 27.9 billion pounds. That is a lot of money. And almost 70% of that money is coming from Nigeria. In the US, 1.1 million international students contributed $43.8 billion US dollars. 43.8 billion. That is a lot of money from international students, mainly from Nigeria. You see how our ignorance is contributing or generating multi-billion-dollar economy for other races or other countries. Our ignorance. Number one is education. Number two has to do with our women. Human hair. The money we used to buy human hair. The value of human hair. The value of human hair that India exported in 2024 is approximately $501.3 million US dollars. Who are the people using those hair, putting on those hairs? They are black people. You see how black people are generating multi-billion-dollar economy for other races and for other countries. Who are the people putting on those, using those hair? They are black people. And if you see where they are processing those hair, most of those hairs are from rituals, from mad people, sick people. You don't know. I know they process the hair anyway, but you don't know where that hair, the origin of that hair. You don't know where the hair is coming from. You put it on your hair. That's why we don't know where our problems are coming from. Our women, you see the way we generate multi-million or multi-billion-dollar economy for other races. The hair, human hair we buy from India and China. Just India alone, 501.3 million US dollars. That's a lot of money. Who are the people using those hairs? Black people. Human hair. Our ignorance. You see the way our ignorance has generated multi-billion-dollar economy for other races. The third one is religion. Religion. This one has two dimensions. Religion is benefiting the colonial master and as well as pastors. They are benefiting from our people's ignorance. They are millionaires, billionaires. They are making money from people, from poor people, just because of our ignorance. Africa has no business with religion, both Islam and Christianity. Africa has no business with religion. I'm telling you the truth. We don't have any business with those religion. Religion has generated almost said the global market for religious organizations is expected to grow to 449.9 billion US dollars. A religious organization. The market for religious organization. It's business. It's business. Is it only black people that God speak to? Is it only black people? God is calling you people every day. Is it only black people? If you go to churches everywhere, go to churches in Western countries, 80% of the congregation, they are black people. 80%. So the white people or the Oyinbo people, they don't need God, is it? They don't need God. 80% are black people asking God for help every day. You see, another ignorance, religious ignorance, has generated multi-billion-dollar economy for other races and for our pastors. This one is in two dimensions. For our pastors, that's pastor businessmen. I call them businessmen. They are not pastors anyway. They are businessmen. Millionaires, they have private jets and all. They have whatever they need. They don't lack anything. So religious ignorance has generated multi-billion-dollar economy for both our colonial masters and our pastors. And the fourth one has to do with skin lightening products. Our ignorance. Who is using skin lightening products? Black people. Let me tell you, let me shock you. The global market for skin lightening product is expected to grow to between 14.57 billion US dollars to 18.57 billion US dollars. So the black people will spend 14.57 billion US dollars for bleaching creams. Why are we bleaching our skin? This skin that is so beautiful, our black skin that is so powerful and beautiful. Why are we bleaching the skin? Our ignorance. You see, the colonial master, they've conditioned us to believe that everything about black people is inferior. So we now believe our skin is also inferior. So we have to bleach our skin. We have to bleach it so that we can look like the colonial masters. We look like the rainbow. So that we'll be white. You know, our ignorance. You see the 4 points I just mentioned now. 1, education. 2, religion. 3, skin lightening products. 4, human hair. These are 4 areas where black people's ignorance have generated multi-billion-dollar economy for other races and other countries. Our ignorance. This is why you see other races, they laugh at black people. It's not just people from Africa. If you go to America, even the people in America or in the UK, black people there, they still patronize, they buy these bleaching creams. They use it to lighten their skin. Not just African people. People that were born in the US, UK, or other Western countries, they still patronize this product. People that are supposed to be um, enlightened, they still do it. Our women, not just women anyway, some men they do it also. Same thing with human hair. It's not just black from Africa that patronize these countries. It's not just black from Africa. Black Americans, they do. Blacks in Europe, they do. Don't get me wrong, I have sisters, but that doesn't mean I can't speak about it. I still need to speak about it. This is how our ignorance is generating billions and billions of dollar economy for other races and other countries. These are areas we need to focus on. Education. There's nothing wrong in Africa countries working on our educational system. There's nothing wrong with it. We can do it. We have the brightest. We have the brightest. We can do it. But we just need people that have the willpower, the political will to make it better. Our educational system can be great. We can have the same standard with all these Western countries if we remove corruption. You see these areas, these 4 areas, key areas, this is where we black people's ignorance, this is where our ignorance is generating multi-billion dollar economy and businesses for other countries and other races. So we have to address these areas in order to move forward.